Thank you for joining me today in my conversation with Sherry Menor-McNamara, who is the CEO of the Hawaiʻi Chamber of Commerce. To help us understand, your organization is membership-driven. What actions are you taking relative to the situation we're in right now with COVID-19?
Sure. So the Chamber of Commerce Hawaii is a statewide membership business organization, and we have more than 2,000 members across the islands, representing 200,000 employees from different industries as well as different size businesses. Majority of our membership is small business with less than probably 50 employees. And we just made 170 years this year. So we've existed for a long time as a voice of business in Hawaii. The Chamber has gone through different phases, and obviously today we're in an entirely different situation. It's not business as usual. There's a new norm now. And as the voice of business and the business advocate, we need to ensure that we are here to support our business community.
How are you addressing the needs of your memberships?
Internally, our team started working from home since March 17. So we were in rapid response mode in changing the way we work. And more people are doing that now, obviously, as well as how we conduct our business. We're very event driven, so we had to adjust accordingly. And that's why we have a number of webinars and learning opportunities through the webinars. But that's based on what the needs are of our membership. How do they exist? How do they continue to do business during this time? As well as prepare them as we transition to reopening our economy and making it stronger, making it more innovative. And so those are the kind of subject matters that we've been serving our members since the mid-March to determine what is the pulse and what the needs are. And I can tell you about a month ago, business already have been impacted. Many of them, 50% of them, decided to close their doors or cut their hours and reduce benefits or cut positions. So it's definitely COVID-19 has definitely had a tremendous and devastating impact on our business community.
You know, and when we talk about the needs of your membership, can you share maybe how some of your members, the businesses, I mean, I think it's very responsible of them to have closed early on behalf of the safety of their employees as well as the public. Well, how are they changing, or how are they addressing their own needs? I mean, it's a very open-ended time. Anything is possible.
Well, absolutely. Public health is of utmost importance, right? We want to ensure that our employees, consumers, for those who are open, are safe and protected. And so that's how we need to make sure that public health is the utmost priority. At the same time, though, we need to ensure that businesses who provide jobs, all the jobs obviously, can continue to sustain themselves and continue to remain open as we reopen our economy. And again, that's why we've been advocating on a consistent basis that while the federal relief has provided some support, many businesses have indicated that's not enough. We need more support from the state. And so that's why we've been advocating tirelessly to get some kind of immediate relief so that we can continue to move our economy forward, even in this very limited time, but at least mitigates some of the huge impact it's having on our businesses and the economy.
How do you envision us emerging? Because it will not be the same. And many businesses will stay open, but they'll have to redefine themselves. How do you envision us emerging?
Absolutely. No doubt this is a challenging time period. And as we move forward and charter a new path forward, it will be different. It's not going to go back to the way it was. Obviously, we have the public health aspect involved now. But in these times, though, we need to really, business need to reflect and determine what does the next business look like. And this is where innovation and creativity and a new mode of doing business can provide opportunities. And so we need to change that mindset now and think about the next phase in Hawaii and what businesses look like. So I just want to say that during this challenging and difficult times, that many businesses are still stepping up despite businesses going through some challenging times. They're contributing to the front line. They're donating resources. They're donating money. They're donating in so many different ways because they understand that's their role too, to support the broader community. And so it's very encouraging to see that. And that's why we're launching the 1-808 campaign to highlight the stories, because while we're hearing a lot of the negative and, challenging news, it's also important to highlight the hope and the resilience that our people and the businesses have during this time.
And thank you for sharing that. As we wrap up our conversation, could you tell us a little bit more about that 1-808 campaign?
Yeah, it's an opportunity to highlight the stories that we're hearing on how businesses are supporting the broader community. To have a hub where business can provide support and exchange, what kind of support is needed. And so that will be launched next week. So we're excited about that. But again, it's a way to promote the kind of hope we need right now, and as we look into the future. While this is having an impact on the livelihood, let's change our mindsets and start thinking, okay, we're going to do this together. We're going to get through this together, and we're going to work together to chart a new path forward for Hawaii.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And I love the way you said we're going to change our mindset. I'd like to suggest that actually we're going back to what we know. We know about aloha and working together. And thank you very much for being an example of how that will look in a tangible way.
Thank you.
And thank you to the viewing audience for joining us today on Island Focus in my conversation with Sherry Menor-McNamara, who is the CEO for the Hawaii Chamber of Commerce. Mahalo.